what the value available is within this industry, okay? It's important to understand the industry that we're in so that we can approach it professionally and have the information that is needed to be able to do the same, okay? And it was a very revealing experience for me, and I believe it was the same for you as well. I'm trying to share my screen. We're almost there. I'm trying to share my screen. I don't know why I'm not able to do that yet, but I'm going to do that. I'll do that. Okay. Okay. New share. Yep. I think I'm there now. If you can see my slides, please type yes. If you can see it, please type yes. Yeah, I hope what's is what you're seeing. What can you see? Please type what you can see on the side. What can you see? What can I can say? Yeah, where we stopped yesterday. We stopped yesterday at a recap to say that network marketing is not perfect, but it is a better way. Yeah, and it's a profession, it's a career, and it's something that deserves our attention for a minimum of 5 years. We did an X-ray yesterday within the time that we had to look at why network marketing and the value that it has to give us as an industry. Yeah. If you didn't attend yesterday, please ensure that you get the recording and watch it and listen to it. It was a very eye-opening experience. Even for me as a facilitator, it was a very good one. Okay, so today I would like to start by saying that even though we have chosen network marketing as one of the things that we want to do, as one of the professions that we want to play in, we also don't want to live in a bubble. Yeah, we don't want to live in a bubble. We need to live with the understanding of how all other kinds of career work. Why is it important to understand how life is on the other side, as it were? Because most of the people that we'll be relating with, the people that we'll be sharing our opportunity with, the people that will be calling to join us in this industry are people who exist on all the other side. Now, we need to understand the pros and the cons so that we can educate people about what network marketing is about, and we can help them come on board. So that's what I want us to focus on today. And, that yesterday,
You need to unmute yourself, ma. It seems you muted yourself.
can you hear me now? Yes, you can hear me now. Okay. 1 second. Yeah, so we want to take a look at life on the other parts of town. We don't want to live in our own bubble and say, oh, network marketing is better, without knowing how it compares with other kinds of professions out there. We need to be educated on how it compares by also educating ourselves about what other parts of the world look like, as it were. And that's what makes me want to dwell a little bit on what I've titled the job categories that exist out there in the markets. Are you still following me? Okay, let me enable my video. Yeah, are you still following me? Fantastic. So I want to take a look at the job categories available. And the first one you can see here is the blue collar job. Now, the essence of this session is not to put any profession down. You know, like I usually tell people, there's dignity in labor. Okay, anything you're doing, you should be able to raise your head up high and say, this is what I do. Except, of course, stealing, cheating, and all of those kind of things. So far, it is true labor. You should be proud of it. So blue collar jobs are jobs that are manual in nature. Okay, or someone who does a blue collar job is someone who either helps you to make something, helps you to clean, helps you to service, helps you to build. So your artisans, your carpenter, your welder, your mechanic, your tailor, your laundry person, the person that does fumigation for you, all those jobs are blue collar jobs. Okay, I'm sure you and I know that if you do not show up for your blue collar job, you do not earn a dime. Okay, you know, and sometimes it gets so bad that as a blue collar person, you have become so good at what you do, and all that your customers want is that they want you. They say, if MI does not show up, nobody will service my car. So what happens if on a particular day or in a particular season, MI falls ill or something happens to MI's health, she's not available to do that work? That means she will not earn. And on the day the customer discovers that I can do without MI, we jettison MI and go and go for somebody else. Okay, so the blue collar job is such that if I don't work, I don't earn a dime. That's the blue collar job. Okay, even though I can say, okay, I'm specialized, I can do this, but it's totally tied to my activity. If I can't put in the work, if I can't put in the hours, then I do not earn. That means in this kind of job, there is no leverage. It totally has to do with my activity. So if my strength is low, if my health is threatened, all of that, I will not be able to earn. So, so that's that. So the white collar job, that's the one where I'm more comfortable with. That's the one where I'm more comfortable with, the white collar job. The white collar job is such that, you know, after leaving school, you go to school, you get a good job. And you get an administrative job, or you become a professional, or you get a managerial, you know, you say, oh, we're entry-level management, middle-level management. That's the one that is more socially acceptable. Most people would like, after they have finished from school, to go into the white collar job. We got it from, maybe they say, okay, we got it from Igbo people. I really don't know. Okay, so white collar, you're all in your tie, you're professionally dressed, you're on point. Everybody feels like, yeah, this person is serious. He has a white collar job. Okay, so in quotes, this is supposed to be safe and secure. I'm sure by now you guys know that there's no job absolutely that is safe and secure. Nobody's dissing anything, but we know that the gospel that used to be preached in that direction no longer holds water today. Okay, there's really no safe and secure job. COVID has, even if people didn't understand before, COVID has redefined everything for everyone. Okay, there's really no safe and secure job, as it were. Okay, and you know, one thing I mentioned yesterday, but I didn't go a bit into detail about, is what happens in the workplace. What happens in the white collar, in the job, office, corporate settings space. You know, you have two categories of people in the job space. You have people that are achievers, and you have people that are hiders. These achievers know how to play the game. They know the ogas. They know how after work, they will block oga at the club. Yeah, they will block oga at the club, have drinks together. They know how to touch the right spots, so that when it's time for them to be promoted, they will be promoted. Then we have the hiders. Those that say, let me just be doing my work. let me just be trying my best and be doing my work on one hand. On the other hand, when there's a meeting and they call for ideas and people to contribute, these hiders, they will not say a thing. They just want to chuck their head in there and just survive, have a job and just be earning their pay, selling job. That's all they want. Okay, so in the workspace, you have the politicians who are the achievers. They are the ones that really mostly get ahead most times. And we have the people that are the hiders. They barely survive. I'm sure you know that if there's a call for the business to make a decision, if they need to fire people, yeah, if they need to fire people within the market or within that corporate organization, who do you think will be fired first? The achievers or the hiders? Please put your comments, put your answer in the comment section. If they need to fire anyone, okay, if they need to make a decision and, you know, they're not making enough money and they need to fire people, who do you think they will fire first? Okay. Some people are saying the hiders. Okay. And do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair that the hiders that they will fire? Do you think, comment. Do you think it's fair that you fire the hiders? Okay, the hiders. It's not fair. Guys, can you see what life is all about? So it doesn't make, so that means it's the achievers, people that go and pull the strings and do the politics and drink with the boss. They're the ones that get ahead. So guys, this life is not looking fair. That's what it is. Well, they don't know what the hiders can do. They don't know what the hiders can do. So, so the hiders lose out on the long run. They don't know how to, you know, make their way around there. So, those are some of the funny things that happen in the corporate space. Then thirdly, because of time, we have the sales category, the sales work category. These sales people, I'm sure many of us look at them like, wow, these people they can sell ice to the Eskimo. They're just balling. Yeah. And the sales career can be a very, 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 very exciting kind of career. It can be an exceptionally, exciting career. Because when a salesperson is doing well and turning in the numbers and the person is getting commissions, it looks like, wow, life is good. In this book that, I will encourage you to get the book, and it just separates the life of a salesperson into two, phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is when the salesperson is balling. The person is put in charge of maybe a region, like maybe the northern region, and the person is bringing in the numbers, the person is doing well, all is good for the person. And, count 10, 15 years down the line when the person is no longer as agile, or maybe when they have brought in new people who are more energetic, or they have discovered that, there's a new product, just like you have in technology. There's a new product that requires you to be trained. The way you used to do business before, the way you used to sell before, you no longer can sell that way because changes have come into the system and your time of shining is over. So all of a sudden, the way you were balling and things were exciting, you enter into phase 2, where things are no longer really in your favor. And by that time, you have already, your mouth has already opened wide. Okay, if you're making good money and you decide to move to Ikoyi or you move to Banana Island, or you decide to just live large, and all of a sudden you discover that you cannot make money like you used to make because things are no longer the same way. You discover that leverage is no longer there. And, like Madam Chilaka taught us yesterday, you don't have residual income. That means every money you earn, you're already eating your past. And that's why some people are so bitter. They'll be talking about old glory. But, in those days, I was the best salesman in First Bank. They start talking, they are bitter. They'll be talking about how, all these people, are they selling now? When we used to sell, when we were into, professionally, we were selling. We were making money, we were doing this and that. They talk about the past, they are bitter, they're angry, they're, and currently they're not making money and they're not even enjoying leverage. They're just angry because everything they have to show about their finances is in the past. So fourthly, we have the traditional business ownership. This one, people can get really emotional about it because starting a business is a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of risk that you put into it. Okay, you're starting a business. Let me give you a typical example of someone who decides to start a business. Okay, maybe let's take somebody who was very good in sales, or who was good in sales, who decides to start his own business because he feels that, and when I was selling for this company, I was making this much money. Why don't I start my own company when all the profits and everything comes to me? Does it not make sense? I think it makes a lot of sense. So the person who was good in sales decides to start his own company, not knowing that starting a company or running a company is an entirely different kettle of fish from just being a salesperson. So this person decides to start his own company. First, he saves money. He borrows money from family, from friends. He raises money anyhow and everyhow and starts the business. Then after starting the business, he realizes that he cannot sit down behind a desk and be backing orders. He realizes that he needs to understand finances. He needs to understand numbers. He needs to understand profit. He needs to understand, he needs to understand tax. He needs to understand so many things, administration, too many things, to put into consideration, and is bombarded with the administration and the operations of running a business. All of a sudden, the thing that used to be his strength, which is sales, he has no time, no energy to be able to do the main thing that he's very strong about. Okay, so it's important to know that when you have a person like that, he needs to know that, traditional business or starting a business and running a business is a totally different kettle of fish. And when you have that kind of scenario and the person can't run the business and all of that, it's one of two things. Is either the person gets maybe funding or gets support or gets a team that is able to help him, navigate the tough phase so that he can focus on what he's strong at, or the person gets so overwhelmed that cannot run the business and the business fails. That's that's a typical case scenario of what can happen in running a business. Running a business, it can actually run you down, as it were. I don't know about you, if you are here and somebody has come to meet you before, maybe a colleague, a family member, a cousin or something, they've come to meet you before to say, I want to start a business, I want you to invest in my business. If you are here and somebody has come to meet you for that before, please type yes. Please type yes. Or so that I will know that you are following, type invest. Type invest. If somebody has come to meet you before, I have this idea, this app, this and that is going to fly. Yeah? Invest. They are here. Yes, so Gasrio, yeah, I'm feeling you. A business owner is a jack of all trades, correct? He's the accountant, the messenger, the salesperson. That's it too. And then when your staff that you employed and that you are paying, you must pay them. I know the thing about this business owner thing. After everybody has gotten paid, then you will check whether you can get paid. Then you need to check to know how far with your investors, whether they can get paid. So it's an entirely, invest. I can see that we're all falling. Fantastic. So it's the risk is huge. The outlay when it comes to capital, when it comes to time, when it comes to energy, resources, everything, it's an entirely massive investment you need to put into it. And you have no assurance. There are no guarantees. It's a massive risk, ma'am. Yeah, Madam Mebele, you have spoken well. It's a massive risk, okay? Am I saying that we should not do that? No. We are trying to educate ourselves, yes? So that when somebody says, I don't have time for network marketing, I'm doing my own business, you can, with this knowledge that you have, be able to say, how about having something at the side that you can earn residual income from? You can operate from the area of knowledge. That's why we're doing this training. And finally, we want to look at investing. People like to use this word invest. I would like to invest. I don't want to be running around looking for people and marketing people. I don't want to do that. I want to invest. When I say invest, some people, they have 100,000. 100,000 what they have, they will tell you that they want to invest. You know what I say about those kind of people? I call it money abuse. And I don't want to, my plan and intention is not to talk anybody down. But honestly, like really, you have 100,000 and you say you are investing. You must be joking. Oh, I'm serious. I'm joking, but I'm so serious. You know, and investing, if you want to invest, it means that you have money. And when you have money, please, we are talking about millions and not junior millions, a lot of millions to invest. And investment requires, you know, sometimes you think this life should just be fair, isn't it? It's either I have a lot of money or I don't. So if I have a lot of money, I should just be able to invest. That should be all that I need to invest. No, you are wrong. Do you know that if you have a lot of money, but you don't have incredible knowledge and skill, you will lose all of that money? Do you know that? Do you know that even though you have money, it doesn't put you ahead of anybody else? If you don't have the knowledge, if you don't have the skill to be able to discern and know where to put the money, and then, you know, there are different things that they bring up that happen that make you realize that I can't just have money and just put it somewhere. There are no guarantees. I need to have incredible knowledge. I need to read the dotted lines. I need to know exactly what is happening before. Yes, so junior millions. Child abuse, where the child is money. Exactly, money abuse. Okay, so you need to have incredible knowledge and skill to be able to accurately invest in a way that will make sense for you. And you know, the thing about investing is that you don't have control, and you can't even say guaranteed income. I'm sure if you are here and you have invested in the stock market before, please type stock market and just give me an idea of what happened. Yeah, what happened in the stock market? Yeah, if you invested in the stock market, just give us. Let's just talk about that one for the next 1 minute. I know the thing about the stock market is that the thing about the stock market is, of course, is one of the vehicles where you can earn passive income or residual income. But even that requires incredible knowledge. You need to know what is happening in the market. You need to know where to put your money. You need to know when to exit. You need to know, those things you need to understand what is happening. You have to be reading. Some of us, I'm sure you have some uncles, some elderly uncle somewhere who is always buying the newspapers, who is always reading to know what's happening. He probably has quite some money in shares. They have to read, even though they've put money somewhere. They need to work by getting knowledge to be able to know if their money is safe, if they need to put their money out, and those kind of things. Okay, yesterday I was hearing about, I heard about the Tiger brand and the Dangote flour mills and the drama that happened between them and the shares that went up and went down. You know, those kind of very interesting things happen, and it's the investors that will suffer for it. Who just feel that, oh, this company is a big company, let me just put my money, without understanding that different intrigues of different things that are happening per time that I need to be knowledgeable about before I put my money, or while my money is there. I need to keep my eyes like on the ball so that I will know what's happening. Somebody said Nospetco. Nospetco. Oh my goodness. Ponzi scheme of life. Okay, so those are the different things that happen. We could go on and on, but I just wanted us to have like a broad kind of view about what happens out there, because we meet different people in all of these categories. Like I met my hairdresser like 2-3 weeks ago, who told me she didn't want to be running around. On one hand, she started telling me, oh, my leg is paining me, my back is paining me. Those are the things that come with the blue collar job, you know? So, I need to be able to be positioned with knowledge as a network marketing professional to throw in the edge that what I have has for her, and why she should do it as a plan B. So that's why we're taking the time to do all of this. So having looked at all the job categories and understanding that the economy has evolved and is evolving over the years, I will take us on the next slide. The next slide says everything is changing. Everything is changing. Okay, yeah. So Dr. Ano says, but the value of your 1 million may just disappear by one government policy. Exactly. You don't have control. These things are there. We're not saying not to put your money there, but those are the things that help us know, what is happening and how to educate people. It's very, very important. Okay, so everything is changing. Whether we like it or not, if we were arguing that things were changing last year, I'm sure by now you and I know that things are changing. They are changing like at the speed of light. Things are really changing. And a lot of people have struggled with the change. Some people say, no, until I see people like this, I'm not going to, until I sit with people in a meeting, until this happens physically. COVID has helped us redefine many of those things. There were a number of people who were not online. You know, I know someone very personally who, if she doesn't come to the office, she will not do her business. And this during this COVID season, she has changed ranks, she has upgraded, she has attended trainings, and I'm just shocked. And for the past over almost 2 years, I've had to follow her, tell her, Madam, you don't have to come. You know, we can do this. No, she said, no, I want to ask you a question. I said, Madam, ask on phone. She will say, no, I'll come and just tell me when you're available, I will come. And she would always do it like there was no other way. Now she can see that there are plenty of other ways. And her business has grown, even in ways that it didn't grow before COVID. Okay, so everything is changing, and we need to embrace it and know, okay, that for the person who is ignorant and is refusing to change, it will be terrible for those people. Okay, it will be the worst of times when things are changing, when we have the new economy as we have it. Okay, it will be the worst of times for the ignorant, but for the person who is knowledgeable and who keeps opening up to knowledge, it will be the best of times. If you are with me this afternoon, and for you, it will be the best of times, I want you to type in the comment section, it will be the best of times for me, or this is the best of times for me, or I'm entering into the best times of my life. I like that. I like the ring to that. Okay, I'm entering into the best times of my life. If you are here and as things are evolving, as things are changing, you are embracing change, you are growing, you are dropping some of your old paradigms and embracing new ones. If you are ready for change, ready for the new economy, ready to grow, ready to go, I want you to type this. I'm entering into the best times of my life. Fantastic. I'm entering into the best times of my life. That's it. That's the spirit. Okay. And you know, earlier when we spoke about and how you also know that, I mean, it's inevitable, right? It's inevitable. And one of the major things that characterize the new economy and the times that we're in is that employers have become wiser. Guys, employers are becoming wiser. They are now seeing that they're having to pay a lot for rent. They are paying a lot to staff that come and deliver 1/10 of what they should deliver on. And at the end of the month, they get full salary, they get benefits, they get all of that. They are getting wiser to say, yeah, are there ways that we can work around this? Can people be paid based on performance? That is what is happening in the times that we're in. Okay, in the days of our parents, they would work for 30 years, 35 years, and at the end of their meritorious service, they will give them a plaque. They will give some of them a wall clock, give them a plaque, give them an award, give them gratuity and all of that at the end of their service. And they reward them for what we call loyalty and hard work. Loyalty. You know, but I think a couple of years ago, the myth of loyalty also started to break. They said they should give some people TV, correct? Yes, so, you know, they give them TV, they'll give them different things, wall clock, deep freezer, correct. Okay, and you know, well, the myth of loyalty and all of that began to change as people saw that all this gratuity and all this meritorious service is not making sense. When they say that, okay, so after I work for 35 years, they'll not pay me one amount and give me one. No. So people began to change the game. They will work for a couple of years, leave this place, get into another job on a bigger, salary, bigger benefits and all of that. And they keep moving, Once they move from here, they move from there to there. And after they are supposed to technically have retired, they keep working because they see that there's no retirement bonus jack. Nobody's paying me anything for retirement that makes sense. It's usually a fraction, for those that pay, usually a fraction of what I was earning back then. So even after retirement, people keep working. And you know, we're technically have entered into a time where the economy is performance driven. People's pay is performance driven. It's based on what you bring to the table. That's what gets you paid. Now employers are renegotiating the terms with their staff. They're saying, guys, you don't need to come to work. Just deliver so X number of hours in a week. By doing that, they have cut their rent by half. They have cut meals. If they give their staff meals in the office, whatever, they just invest in data and get their staff to deliver on a particular number of hours per week. And you know what? the staff also can take on 2-3 jobs by reason of that fact. So everybody's looking at performance. Companies are looking at performance. By the way, I'm sure, I don't know whether some of us know that in the course of this COVID season, Coca-Cola, the beers, Nigerian beers and all of that their sales have dropped for as much as 60%. Yeah, because O&Bs have not been happening, clubs have not been opening and all of that. Sales have dropped. So companies are looking and saying, we can't be paying people big salaries who are not really showing up to work as it were, who are not really bringing that value to the table. So people are dropping pay and wanting to pay people based on performance. And of course, technology has been a major disruption to all of this. Technology has made it such that, these days, I can put up an ad on Facebook, I can get a staff on it, I can do all of that, instead of getting hundreds of salespeople out there to sell my products. I can reach a bigger people with technology. So that means as an employer, I actually need fewer people to do the work. So fewer people are getting jobs are scarce. Technology has come to offset all of these things. Before, I just wrote this here so that I'll remember. How many people are familiar with video club? We used to just go to one house, maybe one shop on your street to rent a what they call it, VHS, yeah? A video cassette or the CD, the CD. You go and rent it there. Then they were balling. They were in big business. Then whenever those days, that's it. You go and rent a movie, or rent a video or whatever and watch. Today, everybody can watch everything on their devices, on their handheld devices, on their phones, on their laptops. Okay, I'm sure those people are probably only in business in the villages. And even technology is getting into those villages and people are seeing that, this business is definitely not as buoyant as it used to be. Okay, so companies are cutting costs. Sales force are no longer really valuable as they used to be in those days because technology can do what 10, 20 people can do. They just need a few people to manage that, and it can cut their costs to a very, very good extent, okay? So let me just rush to the next slide. I'm just also talking about the new economy and how network marketing is positioned not to only survive this new economy, but to thrive. Have you noticed that network marketing has become a lot more popular? A lot more people are embracing it. Why? Because it has defied and it keeps defying everything that I explained to you. Yeah? It's because normally it's based on performance. So, it's always been a very fair model. Normally, it's a very fair model. It's designed to reward work done. And then it eliminates waste, okay? It's based on sales that come in that rewards are paid. So even from the company's point of view, they make less expense on advertising, okay? The cost of advertising is already paid to the people who advertise on the company's behalf. So from the company's point of view, and even from the distributor's point of view, it's a model that makes a whole lot of sense. So you can survive, you can thrive in the new economy in network marketing, okay? I dare say that network marketing fits like hand in glove. It fits the new economy. It makes a whole lot of sense, okay? And what is network marketing about in the light of the old economy and the new economy? In those days, I'm sure we had a lot of adverts. Somebody should give me one old advert. So I'm trying. Omo, super blue, Omo, wash is brighter and it shows. Yeah, that's probably one of the adverts that we used to have in those days. Now, adverts are designed such that they're flashy, they are catchy, they're supposed to get the attention of people who, so you sing along, you dance along and all of that. And because of the feel-good thingy, you go and buy the products, yeah? And maybe after buying the product, it's called it's not like it's not all that. They made it to be all that it's not, as it were. So, adverts were not really designed they were designed to attract you, yeah, to make you feel good about buying the product. Yeah, people are beginning to outgrow that. Maybe it worked when we had 1 or 2 stations. We had NTA and AIT then. But now we have tons of stations in the Europes of this world, in the US's. We have stations that are focused only on adverts. But even those ones, I'm sure by now can see that, man, technology is just making this, a whole new ball game entirely. Okay, and people are beginning to be wary of adverts. When people see adverts these days, they know that everybody is looking to coin the best adverts. It's really not about the functionality of the product. It's not really about the fact that the product will meet my needs, but I need to be able to catch the attention of the product. I mean, people say this a lot about the data providers. It's so company has the best adverts for data, but their service is the most horrible. So, I mean, people are beginning to dislike and disdain adverts. So now people would rather now much more. I mean, it's always been the case. People will go for a recommendation of a friend that says, I used this thing and it was really good. It was really good. Now, these days, because there are too many adverts, I mean, and it keeps increasing, people will be more comfortable about going with the recommendation of a friend. So the network marketing model just fits into this new economy. Yeah. And how does it do that? I'll just explain 2 ways because of our time. Okay. It gets the products directly to the people who really need them. That is direct to customer. Yeah. Network marketing takes it from the distributor direct to the consumer, who also has the capacity to become a distributor as well. So it's from those who have it directly to those who need it. It's just hand in glove. I mean, it's just like perfect. Secondly, is the fact that there's education. And that's why I like, and that's why I tell people within my team, don't try to convince people about what you have. Educate them. It makes a whole lot of sense. When people are educated, they will make informed decisions. When they're educated, they make informed decisions, and then they're able to do what you're bringing them into for a lot longer. Okay, and more companies now are embracing network marketing. I'm sure you know that. A lot more companies are embracing it because it fits into the new economy. It eliminates waste. It ensures that it gets directly to the consumer. And people know that when they trust someone, I tell people that you will do business with somebody because you know them, because you like them, because you trust them. Word of mouth is a lot more effective, and there's no cap to how much you can earn. There's no cap to how much you can earn. Okay, if you are still following me in this training this morning, I want you to type, I am in the new economy. Type in the comment section, I thrive. No, right, I thrive in this new economy. I thrive in this new economy. Type in the comment section, I thrive in this new economy. As we begin to round up this afternoon, I'm conscious of our time. Fantastic. I thrive in this new economy. Fantastic. I can see we're following. So, and I'm on my last slide. I want to keep it within the time that we have. I'm on my last slide. And, you know, for network marketing, there's a catch. There is a catch. And that catch is a good catch. And I want you to listen to me very, very, very well this afternoon. There's a catch. There's what you must know. There's how you must be prepared individually or personally for you to be able to successfully do this as a profession, thrive in it, grow in it, and give it the long-term investment that it requires. Number one is that you must embrace a temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people. Please, this statement is not meant to be offensive or make anyone take offense, because the truth is that the biggest barrier that people have to network marketing is ignorance. Can you type in the comment section, ignorance? Okay, and that's why I'm sure you can see that there's a lot of investment in trainings. Ignorance. Ignorance is the first and major roadblock. Major roadblock for people in network marketing. Ignorance. And, you know, haven't come into the light, as it were, or as I'm coming into the light and I'm seeing that this network marketing is making sense to, this thing is making sense to, then if I'm not careful, I'll begin to look at the people who are not yet where I am as bad people. I'll begin to look at them like, these people are just, they don't even know, they are not even, you know, I can begin to look at them in a particular way. No, it took me also to be on a journey to be where I am today. So, now why am I saying that? These ignorant people in quotes will think less of you. They will think you have gone nuts. They will think that they have brainwashed you. They will think that, yeah, they will think less of you. they will speak down on you. They will insult you if they can, okay, depending on the relationship they have with you. Now, and the first statement here says you must embrace it. You must embrace a temporary, and that's the key word there. You must embrace a temporary loss of social esteem, because they will make you feel less, because they would appear that they know more. But because you understand, based on the trainings that we have begun to do, that this is a long-term play, you understand residual income, okay? You understand that in the early days of your business, you will be underpaid. But if you keep at it and you build for years, you will be overpaid. So because you know the things that they don't yet know, you need to give them some space. You need to cut them some slack. You need to not take offense. You need to be ready for the insults, because you need to give the allowance, because they are yet to understand. Okay? That is so important. Yeah? And I tell you that if you can embrace this and go through it, you will earn big. Can you type in the comment section if you are ready to go through this in the long haul? Type, I will go through and earn big. I will go through and earn big. I will go through and earn big. All right, if you are still following me, I want to type that quickly as I take my last 1 or 2 points and we call it an afternoon today. I will go through and earn big. Fantastic. So our attitude towards people must be accommodating. It must be willing to educate. It must be filled with a lot of patience. And we must accept and embrace how they make us feel, because it's temporary. After some time, they will come to you and say, it's like what you have been saying makes sense. They always come around. But you need to hold it there until they come around. That's so important. So, guys, your work, our work, my work is well spelled out for us already. Our work is to educate the ignorant and build a community of like-minded people. Okay, we don't get anything today, understand that we need to know 2 things. Our work is to educate. Don't try and convince anyone. And that's why you must invest in knowledge. Once you understand and know what to do, you can educate others about it. So our work is to educate the ignorant and build a community of like-minded people. Educate the ignorant and build a community. Build. Okay, in many ways, like we saw yesterday, network marketing presents to you a better way. Okay, it's thinking about the future, it's thinking residual income, it's building relationships, it's making impact, it's giving me a cheat, as it were. There are so many risks involved in building a normal business that I don't have to go through. Mental, physical, financial risks that I need to go through that is not available in network marketing, and I can still thrive even much more in the industry. So ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I would like to, if anybody has any questions, thank you very much for me. Our work is to educate the ignorant and build a community of like-minded people. That is so important. Okay, I think somebody is raising up his hand. I think I saw Ayo Ogutuashe raising up her hand. Okay. Are you raising up your hand for a question, sir? Before we call it an afternoon. So, is he doing that? Okay. In the absence of that, maybe he did that by mistake. Okay, it was a mistake. Okay, I guess as much. Okay, so I think that will be all for now. If anybody has any questions, please drop your questions. Otherwise, I think we would call it an afternoon. I hope it is clear to you. I hope the concept of the new economy is clear to you. I hope you are better informed about the categories of society and how the different categories think, the perks, the benefits, the pros and the cons, and how you can present the network marketing industry as a veritable, as a viable, as a fantastic plan B to whatever people are doing. It's important that we're informed so that we can educate the ignorant and build a community of like-minded people. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. I would like to encourage you to please put to practice what you're learning. Our joy is that you put to practice what you're learning. Okay, and please get a copy of this book. There's nothing I've typed there in the slides that is not in this book. It is GoPro by Eric Worre. Okay, it's an amazing book. It's an amazing book. Okay. All right. Okay. Mr. Cyril Esedo says, what do you say to someone who has spent 20 years building a business to start all over? What do you say to someone who has spent 20 years building a business to start all over in network marketing? Yeah. So this person, for example, will need a lot of social esteem. He will need to have a high level of personal social esteem to be able to do this. But I think this person will have the opportunity to be able to leverage on relationships that he has, integrity that he has built over time. The truth is that businesses crumble, businesses are built, and businesses die. Okay, if the person can muster up, be ready to be teachable, be ready to learn, be ready to grow, and also leverage on the relationships and integrity and the character he has built over the years, he can make phenomenal things happen. And honestly, do you know that the story of somebody like this can be a very massively inspiring story to people who are still building businesses, to people who have built businesses and have failed. This will be an inspirational story for a lot of people. A lot of people are just doing business and just trying to get by. Okay, and if somebody can come up and say, this is what I've done, this is what I'm doing, then people will look at the person and say, no, this guy he must know something that I don't know. He must be making some good sense. So if there's anyone like that, I will encourage that the person submits to knowledge, to learning, and to the process of building. Okay, to the process of building. It will make a lot of sense at the end of the day. Okay. What was the question that is being answered? Okay, the question that is being answered is, okay, just in case Dr. Anna wants to throw in a thought. He says, what do you say to somebody who has spent 20 years building a business to start all over again in network marketing? Okay, so I'm assuming that the person built a business for 20 years and the business crashed. So I was talking about social esteem and how the person can leverage on relationships, how the person can have a massively inspiring story for people who have built the businesses and also have failed, and can see network marketing as a veritable tool to be able to build for residual income. Residual income will be the joker there, because it shows that, if I built a network marketing business for 20 years, yeah, is it what we're saying that we'll be saying? No. So it's absolutely, he just is like the making of an amazing story. That's the way I see it. I don't know whether Dr. Ino has a thought to throw in there. But that's it. Okay, yeah. So GoPro, yeah, that's the book. Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to add that, I think it's basically what you said. The person will have to, first of all, have deep convictions about the network marketing and be humble, because if somebody has deep convictions about network marketing, it won't be a matter of loss of self-esteem if you know what you're doing. But if the person doesn't, then it might be a problem. If the person cares what people say, cares what people think, you know. I know that for me, it wasn't that I had no choice. It's a choice I made. But of course, I had people say, is this what, maybe I was fortunate that my first network marketing business, there was some visible, I would call it moderate, but visible success, car, trips, money, and all that. But there are people don't understand. And I think that's the greatest challenge. But like you said, once you continue, after Saturday's event, I have a friend, she's a lawyer, she's retired, she was very high up, and she's like, I need to come and sit and we need to talk about this. You've been telling me this, So you have to just hand in there. But I think it takes having a personal conviction and making that decision that, look, this is what I want to do. It's not that I have no other choice, but I want to do it. So that's it. It's just knowing that you want to do it and why.
Okay. Thank you very much. Ma. I hope it helped, Mr. Cyril Esedo. I hope that was helpful for you. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. I didn't plan that this will go past 1, but I'm sure it's been a valuable use of your past 1 hour. Thank you very much for making it here today. It's been a time of learning for me. I believe it's been the same for you. So please, let's go put to practice what we have learned. Let's thrive in the new economy. Let's make amazing things happen. Let's go out there and educate the ignorant and build a community of like-minded people. Let's go out there and thrive. God bless you. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.